We are simply the better versions of you.
Okay, this is out of control.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Top 10 Cinebinge, your ultimate stop for everything movies and TV. Buckle up because 2025 is shaping up to be a massive year for sci-fi fans. I've got a countdown of 10 must-watch sci-fi movies that'll blow your mind. And trust me, some of these will change the genre forever. Especially number 3. Oh boy, you're not ready for that one. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's jump straight into the top 10 sci-fi movies of 2025. Number 10, Atlas 2024.
This is what it feels like to be you.
This is what it feels like.
Okay, this is out of control.
First up, Atlas, directed by Brad Peyton, and streaming on Netflix since May 24th, 2024. Jennifer Lopez stars as Atlas Shepard, a brilliant but extremely antisocial data analyst haunted by a deep distrust of artificial intelligence. The film opens in a dystopian future where the AI terrorist Harlan, Simulant, created by Atlas's own mother, initiated a war that killed millions. Now, decades later, Atlas is thrust into a mission to finally hunt him down, and reluctantly must rely on the very tech she despises. A mech suit with a sarcastic AI companion named Smith. The what hits home stays in that tight balance of action and emotion. Atlas is stubborn, disheveled, and oddly charming as she grapples with trauma and a complex childhood connection to Harlan. Watching her sync with Smith, arguing about strategy, what it means to be alive, even what a soul is unexpectedly heartwarming and a standout moment in the film's CGI-heavy narrative. Critics weren't impressed though. Atlas currently sits at a measly 18% on Rotten Tomatoes, with many pointing out the story feels derivative, a mashup of familiar sci-fi tropes with nothing new to say. Despite that, some viewers found charm in its campy humor and J-Lo's earnest delivery. If nothing else, like one Redditor put it, the jokes between Atlas and her AI suit often land, and Lopez brings unexpected comedic timing. Number 9, Breathe 2025.
Making a mistake.
Guys, but I need to see that machine, and I will see it one way or the other.
Next up is Breathe, a tense, high-stakes survival thriller set in a post-apocalyptic Earth where the planet's oxygen levels have dropped dangerously low. The story revolves around a mother and daughter struggling to stay alive in a collapsing ecosystem while being hunted by desperate survivors fighting for the last breathable air. What makes Breathe so gripping is its claustrophobic atmosphere. You can almost feel yourself gasping for air alongside the characters. The sound design is excellent, and the visuals capture a dying Earth in haunting detail. For me, the emotional weight here hits hard. It's not just about surviving, it's about sacrifices, trust, and hope in a world that's literally suffocating. If you loved movies like Gravity or The Midnight Sky, this one's gonna keep you glued to the screen. Number 8, Simulant.
Hello, stranger.
Watch out!
He wants simulants to be free. I have to stop.
This is my life!
Now let's talk about Simulant, a sci-fi thriller that dives deep into the ethics of artificial intelligence. Set in a near-future society where human-like AI replicas coexist with people, the story follows a grieving widow who uses a simulant version of her late husband to cope with her loss. But as the line between human and machine blurs, things spiral into morally complex territory. I personally think this movie does a great job of exploring what makes us human. It's not just about futuristic tech, it's about grief, identity, and morality. Plus, the pacing is solid, keeping you hooked as secrets unfold layer by layer. If you enjoyed films like Ex Machina or Her, Simulant sits perfectly in that space. Intimate yet unsettling, emotional yet chilling. It's one of those sci-fi gems that makes you question reality itself. Number 7, Home Sweet Home, Rebirth.
Am I now?
Home Sweet Home Rebirth takes us into the world of cybernetic warfare and urban survival. Set in a near-future dystopian city where megacorporations control everything, the story follows a former soldier who returns home to find his family caught in the middle of a violent power struggle. This one's a visual treat. Neon-soaked streets, augmented assassins, and high-octane chase sequences. But what really surprised me is how emotionally grounded it is. Underneath all the futuristic tech and chaos, it's ultimately a story about family, loyalty, and redemption. For fans of Blade Runner 2049 and Altered Carbon, this is a must-watch. Personally, I think this could become one of 2025's sleeper hits, the kind of movie that slowly builds a cult following. Number 6, The Creator.
Oh,
We don't have that in the fridge.
Coming in at number 6 is The Creator, directed by Gareth Edwards, the genius behind Rogue One. Set in the world where humans are at war with advanced AI, the movie follows Joshua, a hardened soldier tasked with hunting down the architect of a weapon that could end the war once and for all. I've gotta say, The Creator floored me visually. The world building is massive, yet it feels grounded and intimate. It's rare to find a sci-fi movie that balances spectacle with soul, but this one nails it. For me, what makes this film stand out is its moral complexity. It doesn't spoon-feed you heroes and villains. Instead, it challenges you to question what humanity really means in a world where AI is treated like both enemy and kin. If you missed it in theaters, 2025 is the perfect time to catch up. Number 5, Alienoid: The Return to the Future, your 2025. Sci-fi fans, buckle up. Alienoid: The Return to the Future is pure chaotic brilliance. A direct sequel to the 2022 hit Alienoid, this installment cranks everything up. Time travel, alien battles, and interdimensional twists. It jumps between eras, blending medieval fantasy with futuristic tech in a way that shouldn't work, but somehow totally does. Personally, I love how this series refuses to play it safe. It throws you into wild timelines and expects you to keep up, which makes it such a fun ride. The action sequences are jaw-dropping and the visuals are simply stunning. If you want something bold, unpredictable, and visually spectacular, Alienoid 2 is going to be one of 2025's must-watch sci-fi blockbusters. Trust me, this is one of those films that you'll want to rewatch just to catch all the details. Number 4, Megalopolis 2025.
Filmmaker has always been ahead of his time.
At number 4, we've got Megalopolis, a passion project from the legendary Francis Ford Coppola, and wow, it's ambitious. The movie is set in a futuristic New York rebuilt after a catastrophic disaster, exploring a clash between visionary architects and corrupt politicians battling over humanity's future. What sets Megalopolis apart is how philosophical it gets. It's not just about sci-fi spectacle, it's about power, greed, and utopian ideals. Coppola combines cutting-edge visuals with deep social commentary, making this one of 2025's most talked about releases. Honestly, I think this movie is going to divide audiences. Some will call it a masterpiece, others might find it too abstract. But one thing's for sure, it's a bold cinematic experiment you won't want to miss. Number 3, Kalki 2898 AD 2024. Sliding into third is Kalki 2898 AD, India's biggest sci-fi blockbuster yet. Directed by Nag Ashwin, this movie takes us to a post-apocalyptic future where ancient mythology meets futuristic technology. The story follows Kalki, a mysterious warrior destined to lead humanity's final battle against oppression and chaos. The scale here is mind-blowing, sprawling megacities, massive action set pieces, and stunning visual effects. But what really impressed me was how it weaves Hindu mythology seamlessly into a sci-fi narrative. It's not just a movie, it's an event. Personally, I think Kalki 2898 AD is a game changer for Indian cinema on the global stage. If you thought Hollywood had a monopoly on epic sci-fi, this one will make you think twice. Number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, 2023.
We come in peace.
Coming in hot at number 2, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, directed by James Gunn. This is the emotional conclusion to Marvel's most beloved misfit family saga, and let me tell you, it hits hard. Without spoiling too much, this movie focuses heavily on Rocket's backstory while still delivering the humor, heart, and chaos we love from the Guardians. The soundtrack, absolute perfection. The action, big and bold. The emotions, be ready to shed a tear or two. For me, this is one of Marvel's most balanced films. It respects its characters, ties up arcs beautifully, and leaves you satisfied while still wanting more. If you're a fan of the Guardians, missing this one would be a crime. Number 1, Star Trek Section 31, 2025.
3, 2, 1. We survived.
finally, taking the top spot is Star Trek Section 31, a highly anticipated addition to the iconic franchise starring Michelle Yeoh. This movie dives deep into the mysterious covert branch of Starfleet, Section 31, where morality is murky and power comes at a price. What excites me most is that we're getting a darker, espionage-driven Star Trek story. It's less about exploration and more about the shadows behind the Federation, which feels refreshing and new. Plus, Michelle Yeoh's presence guarantees some incredible action sequences and powerhouse drama. If you've been craving a grittier, more mature Star Trek, this is the one to watch in 2025. Personally, I think it could redefine the franchise for a whole new generation of fans. And that's a wrap on our top 10 sci-fi movies you can't miss in 2025. Personally, I'm beyond hyped for Alienoid 2 and Star Trek Section 31. But what about you? Drop your favorite in the comments below and let's geek out together. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit that like button, subscribe to Top 10 Cinebinge, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss our weekly updates on the latest movies and series. Until next time, keep binging and keep dreaming big.